We witnessed what happens when our community gets powerless all at once. This is BethWe in the Koinonia Kitchen, and we're talking about a powerless community. When did we witness it? We witnessed it when that virus ran rampant. Chaos followed. Fear directed our decisions, and caution became more important than connection. Many of us followed along, scrambling for Charmin and monitoring the news. We watched colored dots on maps, waiting for our area to light up, hoping that it wouldn't. The economy threatened our personal financial security issues, and suddenly it was no longer just our health that had us worried. Business declined, some closed. Industries responded, and our labor market changed radically. I don't think it's rebounded yet, years later. Powerlessness stinks. And collective powerless? Oh, that's powerlessness at a collective level is even worse. We fell in line, or we spoke out against those who fell in line. We divided instead of coming together. Powerlessness hurt us. We came to believe that there was little to do to affect change because the problem was so massive and multiplying and invisible to the naked eye. So let's wash our hands and look at what we learned from that time in our history. What can we do when powerlessness looms so large for everyone? Number one, first we can acknowledge our feelings and express them. Journaling is an excellent resource to transcend overwhelming emotion. Something about putting a pen to paper and letting the mind dump that crazy load of anxiety begins a healing process. It's not all inside anymore. It's been dumped out on paper and it feels less intense. We may still have squirrels in our heads, but they are no longer carrying helium balloons. Number two, let's not fall prey to paralysis. That pandemic showed us that there are actions we can take to reduce our risks when threatened, and that action can minimize our feelings of helplessness. What actions? They're usually simple focus on self-care and intentional order. Yeah, intentional order. When chaos is all around you, making your bed is going to make you feel better. Be intentional with the order. When the pandemic was in full swing, we stepped up our regular hygiene routines. We washed our hands whenever we thought of it. We drank more water to keep our system moving. We ate for health, not for comfort. When planned outings were scheduled, we lessened risks by the ways we moved through society. Most of all, we found actions we could take to make us feel less powerless about the situation. Basically, we had the courage to change what we could, and that became a refuge. Number three, when we are powerless, we must stay connected with other people. One of the reasons the pandemic had such a long-term effect on our society is that we were afraid of being with other people, especially face-to-face. Family meals, church services, 12-step meetings, support groups, and even hobby clubs were all put on hold. Staying in touch in a pandemic or in any crisis is key. We need to utilize technology if nothing else is available. We need to stay connected through phone calls, video chats, emails, because isolation is its own problem. So the safety it promises when we're stressed can turn on us. In any relationship, healthy boundaries are necessary, but loneliness is optional. Don't go this mass powerlessness alone. Stand with others you care about. Number four, when we're in a powerless stance, we need to use our leverage. We are children of God. Don't minimize the power of prayer and meditation. Join with friends in this endeavor. Come together and ask for grace, for health, for speedy end to the powerless situation. The beauty of the spirit world is that it isn't limited by geography, germs, viruses, fears. The spirit world is not limited by our fears. Whenever we want, we can join in prayer to request God's favor and ask for his help. And number 5, We have a purpose. Don't discard that because something big is going on. Encouraging others is key when powerlessness catapults one of us or all of us into turmoil. We can reach out to the elderly loved ones. They were so lonely during that escapade. We can call someone we know is suffering in fear. The people who had a sick person in their family, they were so afraid that it would get worse. We can post positive notes on social media. Instead of dividing the country more, we could have talked about coming together. We can be the message of love and healing. We learned a lot from that communal powerlessness. We learned mostly that powerlessness doesn't have to mean fear, hiding, and inaction. Let's rejoice that we found the courage to change what we could, and then we worked to do it. If that wasn't your experience, if it happens again, won't you join us? I hope you're feeling better because you had a listen. Good Seed Podcast is powered by the BethWe nonprofit ministry based in Vero Beach, Florida. Our goal is to start the uncomfortable conversations that turn complacency into action and despair into hope. Connect, communicate, and thrive with us. Check us out online at BethWe.com.